Greetings, everyone. Someone sent me a video of a woman testifying about the love of her God. And this woman is off the streets and she got delivered from that. And she doesn't know how to be politically correct. So she stands in front of the church giving her testimony using the language of the streets. And at one point in our conversation, when she started to say how she was taken out of the street and removed from doing these terrible things that she used to do, they took the mic. And I'm going to say to you, don't let anybody take your mic. When you're starting to share your story and someone try to muzzle you, what you're going to do is speak above the mic, especially when it comes to giving thanks, especially when you're giving your testimony of where you've been, where you've come from. I'm talking to that individual who lived in Jamaica or any other part in the world where everybody treated you terribly. Everybody looked down upon you because you didn't have the nice shoes or clothes or you didn't have dinner. Remember, there are people who get mocked because they're hungry. Where everybody use you and discard you. Everybody has no expectation from you. This is why, I talk about the situation with migration with our men and with our women going back, or other women in the world will go back to Jamaica and find somebody and decide to give them a better opportunity. Every woman who goes home and get married, or every man who goes home and get married, they're doing it for love, yes. But sometimes they're doing it because they see that the person needs an opportunity. And I want you to understand that those who are ungrateful, leave them to time, heal, and move along. Because guess what? You were used to bring those ones to the States, to wherever part of the world you live. It's not just about them, deceiving you and all that. The Creator intended for those ones to be moved. What they do with their time when they are removed from that space, how they show thanksgiving, not necessarily to you, but to the one who sent you, it's a whole other story. Just give thanks and remember the positive things, and know that the things that are not so positive are a road, are part of your destination. I'm talking to somebody right now who might be crying. You might be crying and you might be saying, oh, you say God, I say yeah. Yeah, forgot. Have you forgotten me? You pray and you fast. Continue. First of all, praying without working towards whatever you want is futile. But fasting is something that is good for the body and the mind. It creates discipline. So you can't do that too much. I'm a big proponent of fasting. And it's during fasting that you will hear those whispers, and they will be louder than ever. You consecrate yourself before your guide, your Creator. I remember, and I give thanks to the ones that Maya sent to me and sent in my life at times when I was so vulnerable. I cannot walk. I cannot help myself. I'm with a little girl and a baby. And the Spirit of Yah sent people to me, black and white and Asian, you name it. People from different race came to me Lots of white people came to me. In fact, there was a time when I saw nobody else but white people. So when I speak about injustice, I don't speak of it on a broad spectrum like every individual within a race, because something would be wrong with that. Because there was a time when all I saw were white folks remembering me, encouraging me, comforting me. And there was times when my enemies were black people. Don't forget that. But the Spirit of Yah will send anyone to be your comforter. Will use anyone, including people in your family, to fight against you. You don't get to decide who your friends or who your enemies are. I have enemies, but not because I made them my enemies. It's because they made me theirs. But in the midst of these tribulation, I get to see and know my Creator and see how powerful my Creator is. And so I put my trust and my faith not in man or woman. And people, when I say man, it's just a whole habit. I mean humans. I don't put my faith and my trust in people. I put it in the Most High. And what I notice with people is that sometimes we decide we're going to handpick these few persons and they're supposed to be there for us. And when they're not there for us, we're devastated. But in reality, we have to let people go. Sometimes they come into your life to serve one function, one purpose alone. Sometimes this day they're supposed to give you water and they're not supposed to speak to you ever again. Sometimes they're supposed to come and offer you a word of kindness, and then you decided because the word was so powerful, you're going to make them your auntie or you're going to make them your sister, and they have to go somewhere else. The mission is for them to go somewhere else and to do the work. They're not meant to stay, and we try to hold on to them, and that's why it hurts so much. We have to be prepared to let them go and wait to see who the Spirit of Yah is going to send. I was doing some mission work, and a woman came and made a statement to me after the work that I was trying to do, and I felt hurt. I thought to myself, seriously, this woman is ungrateful. I was getting into my feelings, I'm not going to lie. And the Spirit said to me, remember, the work that you do, you don't get attached to it. Because the people you're doing the work for, half of them don't know gratitude because they don't remember me. That means they don't remember their Creator. So don't expect them to be faithful to you and to be thankful to you when I give them life and they don't remember me. What I want to say to you is, when someone treats you with kindness, even if you have a falling out, you don't forget that. You must remember the kindness. Use that kindness to cover whatever negative thing that the person could say or do. Do you hear what I say? Be grateful. And don't demand anything from anyone, and don't have any expectation from anyone. That is bright and out of order. Person came and fed you today, they're supposed to feed you forever. The person came and offered you a kind word today, they're supposed to be available for you. If the person says, I am here for you, that's a different story. And when they can no longer be here for you, because sometimes life throws them a curveball and they have to be working on dealing with their own problems. And when they are not available to you, it's not because, they're bad or, they're abandoning you for a specific reason. Sometimes they don't see you. I have people in my family that I love to this day, and they don't talk to me because guess what? They might have reached out at a point a very low point in my life and I wasn't able to respond the way they wanted me to respond. They vex with me and I reach out time after time. These ones don't feel hurt. You reach out and they don't respond because they can't get over the fact that when they reach out to you, you didn't embrace them. Hey, get over yourself. It's not about you. Get over yourself. People have problems, and sometimes not everybody will come on the World Wide Web and tell you about it. Sometimes, listen, I've had friends in my life that I knew for 10, 15 years, and they never knew what happened in my first marriage until I decided to use this platform and just talk about things. Not everybody is going to tell you their business while it's happening to them. When I'm hurting and going through stuff, I ain't sharing that. I share it with the one who can change it for me. So if it's money I need, I go to the bank or I go to fast and pray and speak to the Spirit of Yah who can make it happen for me. You were someone who everyone treated like you were nothing. And the Spirit of Yah sent a messenger or an opportunity and picked you out. And when you look at your own life now, you can't believe this is me. This is my life. Even you are surprised. But don't waste time just looking at how wonderful your life is now. Remember to give thanks to the most precious guide and the Creator who took you out, who is blessing you. And as you're being blessed, stay humble and look for opportunity to bless others, especially when you're sent. When the word is put up on your mind, go forward and do your part. Okay? And forget those who call themselves your enemy. And just remember the blessings of your Creator. Stay blessed.